Welcome, everyone, to the NoDQ.com live recap of WWE SmackDown for Friday, December 5th, 2025. The final match of the John Cena Last Time Is Now tournament. Let's discuss SmackDown. We opened up the show. We're coming off Survivor Series. Drew McIntyre arrived, but General Manager Nick Aldis stopped him with security, said that McIntyre was still suspended. McIntyre responded by saying Aldis is just hurting the fans with this. McIntyre got in his car. He was attacked by the WWE champion Cody Rhodes. McIntyre quickly sped off. Cody stormed to the ring. He demanded that Drew McIntyre be reinstated. He said that McIntyre crossed the line by getting on Cody's tour bus where his family is. He called McIntyre WWE's cockroach. And that was the segment. It was short, to the point, a little bit different from the norm, so I liked it. We'll see what happens with McIntyre when he officially comes back. Cody has something else in the meantime. We'll get to that in just a few moments. We had a video promo from Damian Priest, and he revealed that Rhea Ripley has his back against Aleister Black and Zelina Vega. A mixed tag team match will be taking place on next week's SmackDown. Backstage, Tommaso Ciampa still wants a United States title match with Ilja Dragunov, but Carmelo Hayes notified him that he's next in line. He called Ciampa a jackass, and we had Dragunov versus Carmelo Hayes for the U.S. title. Am I the only one that thinks this jackass catchphrase is not working? I don't know. Feels very forced to me. But anyways, back and forth match between Carmelo and Ilja Dragunov. Carmelo countered the Constantine special, hit a springboard clothesline, and then Dragunov got the upper hand. He went for the H-bomb, but Carmelo got his knees up, and then Carmelo delivered a DDT on the apron. He went up top, but then all of a sudden, Ciampa showed up, knocked Hayes off the top. Referee didn't see it. Ilja Dragunov didn't see it. Dragunov hit the Torpedo Moscow, followed by the H-bomb, and got the 1-2-3 victory. It was a good match, but pretty standard here. Now that Carmelo was a babyface, they did the screw job finish. And Dragunov is still your champion, which is not a surprise because they've been teasing the Ciampa match for weeks. And also they've been teasing Tama Tonga versus Dragunov. So Dragunov was unlikely to lose the title to Carmelo here, but they want to protect Carmelo in defeat now that he's a babyface, so they did the outside interference. We had a backstage promo with Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. They vowed to win back the women's tag team titles, but first things first, Alexa versus Kairi Sane. But before that, they showed a video package of the John Cena tournament. LA Knight cut a backstage promo, basically called himself an unstoppable force. Well, we'll talk about that in just a little bit. We had Kairi versus Alexa. They traded near falls early on. Then Kairi gained the advantage for a while. She did a double stomp off the top. Then Alexa made a comeback. She had a neck breaker and went for the Sister Abigail, but Asuka got on the apron. Charlotte knocked Asuka off the apron. Kairi went for the insane elbow, but Alexa caught her, hit Sister Abigail, got the 1-2-3 victory. Pretty standard match here. Afterwards, Nia Jax and Lash Legend attacked Charlotte and Alexa. Asuka went after them, but Nia took her out with a headbutt, and Lash did the big boot to Kairi. Nia and Lash, doesn't matter if you're good or bad, they're going after everybody. We had Cody Rhodes in the general manager locker room, and inside we saw Ricky Saints and Oba Femi. They have a match at NXT Deadline, and Cody revealed that the winner of the match will face Cody Rhodes at Saturday night's main event. Main roster stars versus NXT stars, part of Saturday night's main event. Now, I should note to anybody out there that was wondering, I will not be recapping Deadline because I have a prior commitment and I will be unavailable to do coverage for that show. So I will be missing that one, but I'm going to try to get the results up on the site. And at some point I'll give my thoughts on it. Maybe on Monday, I'll discuss the results of Deadline on the Raw recap. So stay tuned for that. Most likely Monday night, I'll give my quick thoughts on Deadline. Moving on here to the next segment, we had a backstage promo from Nia Jax and Lash Legend. They said they're coming for the tag team titles. And then we had Jade Cargill versus Alba Fyre. Even though Jade's a heel, she's facing another heel. You had the interference from Chelsea Green, Alba Fyre with the cheap shot. Then we had Kiana James and Julia showing up, so that feud is still going on. Chelsea was attacked. Jade hit the spine buster on Alba Fyre. Pump kick, jaded, got the quick 1-2-3 victory. Basic match here for the champion. Easy win. Backstage, we had Fraxium wanting a match with DIY, but then Dragunov came in, demanded the match with Ciampa since he saw the footage of Ciampa interfering. Nick Aldis made it official, and Dragunov said after he's done with Ciampa, Fraxium can have whatever was left. Then the MFTs had a little stare down with Dragunov, which I have no interest in Tama Tonga versus Dragunov at this point. Just saying. Speaking of matches I really have no interest in, Michin and B-Fab confronted Jade Cargill, so I guess Michin is the next person to be fed to Jade, and I'm not really caring too much. Where the hell is Tiffany Stratton, by the way? MFTs came to the ring for a promo about the Wyatt 6, and the crowd responded by doing the what chants at Solo Sikoa. And he made a little reference to Bo Dallas. He said they're going to take everything from the Wyatts. All he has to do is Bo leave. The Wyatts showed up. They got into a brawl. The crowd was chanting "You effed up" at the MFTs. Tala Tonga and Eric Rowan, the two big guys, went at it. Rowan got the best of them, sending Tala to the outside. And this was a setup for whatever match they end up doing. I'm not sure if it'll be a 4-on-4 or 5-on-5, if they're going to throw Nikki Cross in there, or if it's just going to be the guys. But we got that match coming up at some point. Moderate interest in it, but not caring too much about it. I hate to say it, if all these guys, maybe with the exception of Solo and Howdy, if they all disappeared off of SmackDown, I would not miss them. I hate to say that because I was enjoying the Wyatt 6, but to me, these guys just really serve no purpose. They're basically there. They're bodies. It is like the Death Riders, I have to say. We had a backstage promo with The Miz, who wanted a spot at Saturday night's main event, and he got disrespected again. He is the Rodney Dangerfield of WWE because Bayley came in and revealed that she's got a spot at Saturday night's main event. She will be facing Sol Ruka, who came in and had a little confrontation with Bayley, and that will be another main roster versus NXT match. Got to have a women's match on the show. So that makes sense. We then had Gunther saying the tournament, the outcome was a foregone conclusion. You don't say, Gunther. You don't say. He said Cena can see him, and he told Cena to pay attention to how he beats LA Knight. And we'll get to that in just a little bit. Aleister Black and Zelina Vega gave their response. Again, that match with Priest and Rhea Ripley, the Terror Twins, will take place on next week's SmackDown. Main event time, LA Knight versus Gunther. It was a pretty good match, but did anybody really think LA Knight was winning this one? LA Knight tried the BFT right away. Gunther went to the outside. Gunther slowed things down after the first commercial break, but then LA Knight came back with an AA of all moves, followed by a burning hammer. Gunther kicked out of that. And then after a second break, Knight countered the power bomb with the DDT, and he hit the big elbow drop, but Gunther kicked out. Gunther countered the BFT with a German suplex, and then he started targeting the neck of LA Knight. He came off the top with a big splash. He did a second one, but LA Knight kicked out. LA Knight kicked out of the power bomb, and then LA Knight managed to hit the BFT out of nowhere, but Gunther got his foot on the bottom rope. Gunther then put on the sleeper hold. LA Knight was able to power out of it a little bit, but then Gunther hit some elbows and applied the STF, John Cena's submission move, and got the submission victory. It was 10 o'clock. I looked at the time. I'm like, all right, LA Knight, it's 10 o'clock. Time to tap out. And yeah, right at 10 o'clock, right on cue for the scripted show, LA Knight just happens to tap out right at 10 o'clock. There you go. Gunther wins. And, you know, I have criticized AEW for the tournaments, the Continental Classic, the Owen. I tend to think they're time filler and overdone. And this tournament was the same thing. We all knew Gunther was winning, and it was just having to sit through weeks of this tournament to get to the very obvious and predictable result. I'm fine with Gunther and Cena for the final match, although, as I mentioned on the No DQ review, how do you book this in a way that will satisfy the majority? If Cena wins, people will be mad that Gunther is getting beaten by Cena when Cena's on his way out. But if Gunther wins, fans will be upset because we don't get the feel-good moment for John Cena's retirement, just like Sting got his feel-good moment when he retired. Like, how does WWE win with this one? I would have preferred a swerve. LA Knight turns heel, Gunther goes face, LA Knight wins and loses to Cena. But they know what they're doing better than I do. They got all the money. They got all the success. So who am I to judge? As a show itself, it was okay. SmackDown, to me, this was very average. Run-of-the-mill SmackDown. Predictable. Nothing I can say I'm too excited about. Gunther and Cena will be fun, but we'll have to see what they come up with for the finish on that one. Something that will be satisfying. And the rest of the stuff, it's fine. Don't really care too much about Dragunov versus Tama Tonga. Don't really care too much about Jade Cargill versus Michin. Don't really care much about MFT versus Wyatt 6. I guess the mixed tag with the Terror Twins next week will be good. I give it 5 out of 10. Very average. I put it slightly above Dynamite, but not by much. I'm just waiting for January, Royal Rumble. We got to get through December. It's the December blues. And hopefully once January comes around, we'll see business starting to pick up. Now, shout out to Dave Scheffler, who sent in a $2 super chat. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate it. Dave says, is, in your opinion, any chance John Cena taps out or passes out? Well, they teased the idea that it might happen. Gunther at the very end of the show vowed to tap out Cena. So yeah, I mean, we've been saying this for years. What if in John Cena's last match he actually finally gives up, which is something he's never done. Who knows? I mean, some people might like it, some people might not. I just find this match hard to book in a manner that will please the majority of fans. So that's what I'm really curious about as to what they come up with. Will it be a satisfying conclusion to most of the viewers? Or are they going to have to do a finish where half the audience loves it, half of the audience hates it? But Cena tapping out, I don't know. Like, I really feel Cena should go out with a win, especially since he got squashed by Lesnar. He got beat by Dominic at Survivor Series. And it'd be nice to just see Cena have a positive moment on the way out. But Gunther shouldn't be losing. So it's a tough call as to what they're going to do. But I would not rule anything out at this point. I mean, it definitely wouldn't shock me if Cena tapped out. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for this stream. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the recap. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up on YouTube. Stay tuned to NoDQ.com for the very latest news and rumors. Some interesting notes on the site right now. The news about Netflix acquiring Warner Brothers and people speculating on what that could mean for professional wrestling in the coming years. And the stuff about John Cena. Cena has been making the media rounds, so we got some interview highlights from Cena. Check it all out over on NoDQ.com. Have a great weekend, everybody. Stay safe out there. Say yes to NoDQ.com, and I will see you all next time.